Hello everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Let's just hope that this one is a bit more stable, a bit less full of events like the last couple we've had. But there's been a few minor changes. First of all, let me just take the money cheat off. You will hear a couple of Windows noises in the background of the stream. I do apologise about that, not much I can really do about that. I'm having to coax everything to work after the kind of catastrophic crash we had last night, and of course this is to sort of make up for the issues we had last night. I wouldn't normally stream this on a Saturday, but I figured that I owed it to you guys. And also just to let you know, a couple of things have changed. This is the shed I decided to put in. This is a very nice little shed. But if you have come along right at the start here, say hello in the chat, let me know how you're all doing tonight, and consider hitting that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, consider doing so. But here is our shed. This is another modded building, and I like the shed. I also got it as a pressure washer. Worth pointing that out. Let's go ahead and open this door. So here's our shed. We have dynamic lights on this switch right here, as you can see. It's all very nice stuff. We have these doors here that open up at the side. I do like this. This is cool. So we can open these doors up and have a nice open shed, but if that's no good, we can just close them again and just pretend that these, well, not pretend, just not use these doors if we don't want to, because around the front here, this great big wall here, if I can find trigger, I think I have to do it from the inside. Oh no, there it is. Have a look at that. Isn't that just pretty epic in its own right? Looks like there's another light switch here. Maybe that's supposed to be the door controls. I'd say so. Well, we'll close that up for now. We don't have anything in it, so we'll just close that up. We'll leave the person door open. We haven't done anything with sheep, not done anything with the hedge either. I will get onto that over the weekend. I'll do that tomorrow. That's what I'll do. I will do that tomorrow, and come Monday's regular stream, I will have that sorted so there's collision on those hedges, and I'll also get the new farmhouse in so we can get rid of our camper van, because we're starting to get a few bits of equipment lying around and things like that. We should have a house by now. This silage clamp here is not working out for me. Well, it's not a silage clamp. This clamp, it didn't work. I didn't notice this before, but there isn't fill collisions on these walls. So although it looks like it from the inside, how it's got the little border around it, it's not. It's spilling out the back as well. So we'll have that to sort at some point. But not to worry about that. We have this new shed over here as well, this little container shed. Hello there, Damon. How are you tonight? Hopefully you're doing okay. So we've got this little M2 shed here, and if I just open it up, this will probably move at some point. It kind of has the appearance that it would be able to be moved. It's only a small container. This is our refueling point. So we have a couple of barrels in here, and jerry cans, and earmuffs for whatever reason. So we'll just go ahead and close that up. This is a refuel trigger, so this is where we can refuel, and of course, no smoking around it. Other than that, a couple of other changes we made around here. First of all, we managed to find this cultivator randomly hiding in the woods. Totally didn't buy it. It didn't just magically appear between streams, but it's a nice big cultivator, and the Ford will be able to handle it as well. We still have everything else is still the same actually, apart from this over here. This is just a dolly. This means that with the pickup truck in a single hitch point, I can then move around 3-point linkage items. I don't think it gives me PTO capabilities, but it does give me the ability to move them around. And this is new as well. We have finally replaced the truck with a much more beefy one. Hopefully you prefer this one, Josie. It is a dually. I can't have the purple on it, unfortunately. I can't change the wheels, but we do have a dually now. And better yet, it's got a toolbox in the back. I don't know if it's a functioning toolbox, but it's got a toolbox in the back. And it does have 2 5-point linkages in the back. One is well, 5th wheel linkage. One comes with the standard, but doesn't work with those trailers. The other one does. So the one that does work with that trailer is on top. When we get that trailer replaced, which is in the pipeline, it will be taken out as well. But for now, we'll make do with the fact that there's 2. I have also downloaded a whole host of new mods, mainly buildings, but also things like this truck. This is new. I just got this today, and the cultivator, that's new today as well. But a lot of the other new mods are things that will affect the steering of the cars in a tractor, so that they're not so wild going about everywhere. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we'll jump into the lovely Ford over here. We'll get it started up, and we will connect on to our cultivator once this finally kicks into life. So the steering is now much slower, but it does still work. I think it works a little bit better. That's one of these ones with a wandering 3-point linkage. So what we're going to do is we are going to probably do field 15 ourselves, but we will hire a worker to do field 14. And no, Josie, the suspension on that truck does seem to be significantly better. It's a dramatic improvement. So this tractor should have more than enough power to get through this field. Now we are just cultivating, so we're just really taking the stubble off. The texture doesn't really change too terribly much. But we'll get rid of this. You'll notice it more on the other field, but this one had corn in it obviously, so it's not that noticeable. But we'll get this field done ourselves. We'll stripe it. Do alternating stripes. I'd like to get some more sheep as well. We currently have 30. I'd like to put that number all the way up to 50. So we may do that all today. I may get some of them today and some of them off camera. But they will be bought properly with in-game money, not cheating money. But if you have just joined the stream and you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button because it does help a lot. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer to our sub goal, and let's see if we can get up to 10 likes. Hi there, Steve. How are you tonight? I do apologise about the issues we were having last night. Hopefully things go a little bit better for us tonight. But speaking about last night, I feel like I should give you guys a bit of information as to what actually happened last night. I'm not sure if it's something I've actually spoken about before, but my main gaming rig is a liquid-cooled gaming tower, and my liquid cooling decided it no longer wanted to stay in the pipes anymore, and completely drowned my graphics card. My brand new graphics card that was less than 6 hours old at the time. Had only been in the computer for a couple of hours at most. Got completely drowned in computer cooling. So that was worrying, but thankfully there doesn't seem to be any serious damage. The worst thing that seems to have happened is I have a slightly temperamental Ethernet bus now, but to be honest it was a little bit temperamental anyway, so that's what actually happened. But I am doing this stream a little bit different today I normally do, so could you guys let me know, how is the quality? How is the, is there any lag? How's the audio quality? How is the condition of the stream? How are we doing tonight with that? Hopefully everything's okay with it. I know that on my second screen I'm getting a bit of lag, but I always do on that computer anyway, so it's not really a good, it's not really good for letting me know how that's working. But we're almost finished this field. We have our first cultivated field now, which is very nice. I think field 12 is cultivated as well, so we won't have to do anything with that. That's good. Is there no lag or anything like that, David? Everything working fine for you there? I'm occasionally getting a loading screen on my secondary screen. It's kind of jumping between HD and not HD, but it's not in the best position for an internet connection, to be honest. It's kind of stuck in a corner between all sorts of other things fighting for a connection. A bit of lag, Josie. That's it's not ideal. I'm having a bit of lag and on my second screen, and it's on Chrome. Opera is an internet browser, Steve. Sort of like Internet Explorer or Google Chrome. It's just another option. There are quite a few to choose from. I personally tend to use Chrome, but that's because I spend most of my time on YouTube, and the two of them work quite well together. Yeah, we've got one more passage after this, and then we'll get a hired worker onto field 14. Get that done out of the way while we go and get a couple more sheep. Has it stopped completely there, Steve? I'm just slightly worried about the quality of the stream tonight, given the issues that I've been having. Not had the best of luck when it comes to streaming this last week. 2 days out of 3 I've had issues. Let's lift this cultivator. We'll get a this positioned here. We'll hire a worker on to do it. I will jump out of the way, let them get on with it. And what I'll do is I will go and double check the settings we have. I've got quite a few dropped frames, unfortunately. That's not ideal. Let's check with YouTube. YouTube says everything's healthy, but it's not. It's not that. In fact, it might help if I was to close that. That would maybe help a little bit. Hopefully that helps things along. You give the encoder a little bit more priority in the processing chain. So let's go and jump into our brand new pickup truck, the Lizard Double Cab. This one's called. It's the third version of this we've had. The best test of how the suspension is going to be on this is actually using it for something that the other trucks struggled with. And the animals is one of them. Let's hook up to there. Let's go and get ourselves some more sheep. it's much better with the driving conditions now. I also have the light HUD add-on as well, so if you look down at the lower right hand side of the screen, you will see that my indicator is now working on that too, which is a nice little addition. It's a small feature, but I like it. So there's a few other bits and pieces like that I'd like to get, but one thing at a time. So far so good. The truck is managing this trailer just fine. So how is everyone doing tonight? I hope you've all had a good start to your weekend. I will be doing this stream for a couple of hours at the very least. This is basically a replacement to last night's stream that went horribly wrong. So Josie, how's your weekend going so far? Let's buy some sheep. Buy another 10 sheep. This truck is significantly more stable than the last one, I'd say. Made donuts. That sounds like a good weekend. This truck is fairly quick, and donuts and pizza. Now you're that's just taking the mick now. What's your thoughts on the new truck? If you're offering donuts, I will certainly have as many as you can spare, and then a few more. What's your thoughts on this new dually? I quite like it. I think it could be done with a few more colour options, because it can't have any purple stripes or anything on it, but other than that, it's pretty much ideal. It's a new mod I've got that's made it better to drive. I'm not quite used to the steering in reverse, because the steering is significantly slower, so my reversing is probably going to be worse, but this will take us up to 40 sheep. Now let's have a look here. How are the sheep doing? They do need water and they do need some food, but we have 32% of a pallet of wool, which is very good news. As you can see, here's a pallet of wool here. It is, what is he doing? He's a worse driver than me. Thought he was going to hit a sheep there. 2 thumbs up for the new truck. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, the pallet of wool is coming along now. It's now got 2 bundles in it. Well, let's do the usual method of dumping all of our trailers behind us. I'm not expecting this water trailer to really handle any better, because it's not a very good water trailer. There you go, Josie, you've got another order for donuts. I think you've got a new business model on the go there. I need to see if I can find a new moderator. You'll be too busy making donuts all the time. But for everyone who isn't aware, you can join my Discord server. I have a Discord server specifically for this live stream series, where I will be posting some things to it over the course of the weekend. The posts will start increasing with Discord. I've been a little bit preoccupied over the last few days with some technical issues, and unfortunately haven't really done anything with Discord, but that will be changing. So we'll be getting that sorted. My level of paranoia with my computer now is gotten to the point where previously it was sitting under my desk, and now it's sitting right next to me with half of the case off, just so I can watch it very close. What is he doing? He's going to cultivate my sheep. He single-handedly murdered 4 sheep there. Right. Josie is now completely filling the chat with links for your viewing pleasure. Feel free to check any of them out. I need more water for the sheep. I thought 1 trailer load would have been enough, but apparently not. So, on the chat just now you will see links to my Discord, my Twitter, my Patreon and my Twitch, all of which will also be available on the description under this video. There's also my Facebook link there as well. That isn't currently under the video or in the description because I keep forgetting to put it in, but it's there in the chat. For those of you who are watching this after the fact, if you search Facebook for Ghosted Wolf Gaming, you should come across it no problem at all. I believe it has the same logo as the channel. Let's get a sheep's walking over the water trough. So is that one. Is this going to be enough to give them? How much can this hold? 1,000 litres. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it will be. They should only take another bale, to be honest. But I do want to keep them completely full for water. Their productivity is at 99%. Where is that extra 1% when you need it? There's I just murdered that previously murdered sheep again. If you have just joined the stream, feel free to hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, see if we can get a little bit closer to our subscriber goal of 280. That would be absolutely amazing. And don't be shy, jump into the chat, say hello. No one here bites too hard anyway. This should be, they shouldn't take all of this water here. There we go. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed so far. Feel free to check out my channel page if you've missed any of the previous live streams. This is an interactive series, so you have your say. If you want to see something in particular done to the map, let me know. Yeah, those are awesome hedges. Let me know. You can either let me know during a live stream in the chat, or you can head over at my Discord. The link for that is in the description of this video and will appear in the chat various times throughout the stream. And you can head over there. There is a rebuilding Goldcrest farm. What was the word for it again? Server. Yeah, there's a rebuilding Goldcrest farm server that you can leave me suggestions on. I probably shouldn't get in the habit of doing that to the hedges because I'm going to forget that I'm going to fix them tomorrow. I think there might just be a slight issue with my internet. I think that's really all it is. Hopefully it's stable enough that you can still get a bit of enjoyment out of it, but that's something I will look into. I'll just see if we can limp our way through this live stream tonight. I will look into that. Poor Massey, never really gets any work. So, the sheep are looked after. We've got 2 cultivated fields. Pretty sure that field's cultivated already. I do like the new cultivator. What's everyone's thoughts on this new cultivator? Now, as for seeding, let me know in the chat what we should plant in the fields. We currently have these 3 fields, fields 15, fields 14 and field 12, fields that are all immediately around our farm. Let me know what we should plant. Should we go for a crop that will give us more bales, or should we look at doing silage? What should we do? The choice is entirely up to you guys in the chat. And while you are all having a little chat about that and coming to a decision, I'm going to jump into our pickup truck and I'm going to go and see if there's a... It looks like there'll be a harvesting mission for us down here now. In our next field that we're going to purchase, which is of course field 19 here. To remember and park the truck completely out of the way, otherwise it will not let me do a mission. Let's see here, 14 foot, no, I'd like something a bit bigger than that. That's a 14 foot as well, no. $18 foot, I'll do that one. So, what should we put in our fields? Should we have 3 different crops? Should we do... We have the ability to harvest. In fact, this combine is a new mod as well. I wanted another small New Holland combine. It's the TC5060. It's looking quite nice. Bit shaky in the cab, but otherwise not too bad. Quite nice. I could see us having this on one of the other series. Yeah, let's get this done. This will earn us a bit of money. I never even checked how much money this would earn us. I could really be using the GPS mod for this. I'm missing loads here. Josie is going to go mental. Well, we'll maybe come back and get it at the end. Possibly, if I remember. But, oh, look how awful was there. That's just absolutely terrible. I was too busy looking at other things. I was trying to sort something off camera there while still playing the game. Not a good thing to do, to be honest. Christmas is a long way off, but Josie. If you have just come along to this live stream, or if you're watching us after the fact and haven't done so already, feel free to hit that like button, and if you haven't done so, consider hitting the subscribe button too. It'd be nice to get a little bit closer to that goal of 180 subscribers. That would be absolutely amazing. We're almost halfway through this this contract, actually. You know what? Let's put the beacons on, just because we can. This will bring the price of this fuel down a good bit as well, which is what we're looking for. The cheaper this fuel gets, the better. We want to get favourability with that farmer all the way to the very top, so that we basically get given this fuel for next to nothing. And we earn money all the while as well. That was terrible reversing there. Let's see, we're over halfway now. What can we do here? Never looked at this course play mod before. Let's see what I can do. Never mind, I'll look at that off camera so that I actually know what I'm doing. I've had it for a while, never actually used it before. Well, we're coming up to the 3/4 mark on this field. So, how is everyone's evening going? Hopefully you've all had a good day. The weather where I am has been absolutely terrible, but it's been warm nonetheless. So it's been kind of a mixed day for me. For those of you who have just joined us, if you look in the description for this video, or possibly watch for Josie putting the links up, there is a whole list of links, including my Discord. You can head over to my Discord, join in with the chat, say hello to me. You can even have a one-on-one chat with me. I do spend quite a lot of time on Discord, and it is the best place to get a hold of me. It's also where you will find behind the scenes information about the channel, as well as up and coming information for new series and existing series and what's happening next with them, and all sorts of interesting information that I don't share on YouTube directly. You can also check out my Patreon. I have a couple of Patreon tiers there available for you to choose from, or you don't have to choose any of them at all. But with all my Patreon tiers, there is Discord rewards. So having a look at Patreon is entirely up to you, but it comes with a whole series of rewards, as well as rewards for Discord as well. So that's entirely optional though. Feel free to check out Discord, even if you're not a patron. That's absolutely fine as well. Should be finished this any second now. I actually kind of like this combine. It's not the bright yellow New Holland colours that the rest of them are, but it's quite nice. I could see myself owning one of these for this farm for a little while anyway. This of course isn't ours. If you have just joined the stream, this is not our combine, this is contracting work. We're trying to lower the price of this field. This is a very nice combine actually. It's a new one. It's the TC5060 from New Holland. Comes with a 16-foot header. Seems like it's some kind of special edition. It's very nice. Nice warm colours to it actually. There we go. How much did we get? Not bad. Paid for a sheep. Let's see, do you have anything else for us to do? I did actually want to check out, this is another new mod we've got. It's not worth an awful lot of money, but let's see if I can get this this field lowered in price a bit. And I do like these Dutz Frar. So that trailer is a new mod I've got. It is a liquid transporting trailer that can handle everything from slurry to fuel to water. I would recommend cleaning it in between them. This is not going to take us very long at all. But I like how kind of used the trailer looks. But we are going to expand away from just this field after this mission. I just wanted to see if there was a quick mission for us to do, and luckily there is. Couldn't resist doing this mission. Actually, I like that animation as well. It's quite nice actually. I like that, it's working well for us. I think I've done well with the new mods I've gotten today. Not to check them all yet, but there's been so far 3 for 3 that we've seen on the stream that have all been very well working. Oh, we've only got 5 minutes left to finish this job. We're going to finish it in way less than that. We've probably only got a minute at most left in this field. We're already over halfway. Yeah, that's right, Josie. Anyone who has just joined the stream here, feel free to jump into the chat, say hello, and let your voice be heard. Come and have a chat. This is an interactive series as well, so having a chat is definitely encouraged. Hi there, Aiden White, how are you doing tonight? Hope your weekend's going well for you so far. There we go, there's another couple of grand. That's all the missions we're going to do in that field. We're almost back up to 30 grand. So let's go down and find another field. I don't think we've done anything in field 23. It's kind of a weirder shaped field. Looks like it would be possibly spraying. It's got stubble in the ground, maybe cultivating. It is spraying. Hey Josie, you seem to be having a little bit of issues tonight with that. I think we will put the front weight on this time. Nice to be in a Massey. It's been a while since we've been in one of these. And to think it's all nice and clean now. What is this? A Massey 7480, big Massey as well. Again, we need the beacons on. Can't have a Massey without the beacons on. Well, thanks for coming along there, Steve. I will be streaming again on Monday, so I will see you on Monday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for coming along there. If you have just joined the stream, feel free to jump in and say hello. Hi there, Ian Bailey. How are you doing tonight? Oh, it's a shame. We're going to make this lovely tractor absolutely disgustingly dirty, spreading slurry around. The things we do for money, it's almost not worth it. If you have just joined the stream, feel free to jump in the chat, say hello, let your voice be heard, and feel free to like this video if you are enjoying it, and if you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button. It will be very much appreciated. Just now we're just going about doing a couple of missions, seeing if we can afford a cedar of some kind of fashion. That would be quite nice. It would be kind of handy to have the ability to plant something in the 3 fields that we're currently on. And the quickest way to earn money just now is to do these contract missions, and it also has the added benefit of the fields getting cheaper. But there is links to all my social media floating around in the chat as well as underneath this video, so feel free to check those out at your own choosing. I would encourage everyone to have a look at Discord. Like I said, I spend quite a lot of time on Discord, and over the next coming days I will be spending a good bit of time on there, so if you're looking to have a one-on-one chat with me, that's the best place to do it, as well as get some inside news on what's happening with the channel, with up-and-coming series, as well as there's a server on there dedicated specifically to this live stream series where you can leave suggestions for things to do and the likes. This is an interactive live stream only series. I don't pre-record any of this, hence the rather amusing technical issues that have happened in recent days. Last night we had pretty severe technical issues. I usually stream this series Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and during yesterday, which was obviously Friday's live stream, the stream cut out kind of abruptly, and I wasn't sure what was causing it at the time. So the stream kind of stopped, but it was still live. I found it kind of odd, and then my whole gaming rig completely crashed. It was it wasn't good. It turns out what it was is I have liquid cooling in my gaming rig, and it decided that no longer wanted to remain in the pipes anymore, and spilled blue cooling liquid absolutely everywhere inside my computer, completely soaking my brand new graphics card that hadn't even been in the computer for more than a few hours at the time. Luckily, everything's sorted. Everything seems to be working okay tonight, mostly anyway. A few minor issues, but almost everything is working as it should. So fingers crossed it stays that way, and we don't see a repeat of that. I have actually managed to save the brand new graphics card. It is what I'm currently using. Luckily it wasn't damaged beyond repair. But there is something a little bit not right about dismantling a graphics card that you get that day. I had my brand new graphics card in bits, completely disassembled, to try and clean it yesterday. It was there's something just that's not quite right about doing that, but needs must, and it's obviously been a good thing that I have done it because it still works. But if you have watched any of the previous episodes on this series, this is Goldcrest Valley but with a twist. We are rebuilding the farm. We have taken everything out of the farm and we are building it up from scratch. We started on episode 1 with less than $100, and now we have pretty reasonable amount of money. I would cultivate the field if you get me. I can't say no to that. A JCB Challenger. And a new cultivator as well, which I haven't tried out yet. I have an odd looking cultivator. The mini JCB Challenger. I hate turning these things. They turn more or less on the spot. Let's unfold this cultivator slash roller by the looks of it. Nice to see how this works out. It'll take us 5 minutes to even start the field at this rate. Well, the roller does touch the ground, that's a bonus. That's actually pretty decent. It's able to cultivate at 10 miles an hour. This tractor is awesome. I do like these tractors. They're a bit touchy on the steering, but they are pretty awesome. This is the baby one. There is a bigger one than this. That's what I mean by the touchy on the steering. It's very difficult to go in a straight line with these. The slightest little steering input and you're going around in circles. As I'll show you here. You can basically turn on the spot. It's crazy. Well, lovely tractor all the same. Has a nice in-cab view as well. Well, it's got pretend GPS with absolutely no terrain behind it. I like that cultivator. It's a nice little cultivator. It's quick too. This is not a tractor you see very often where I'm from anyway. How about you, Josie? Have you ever seen a tractor that's ever seen one of these JCB tractors where you're from? Thanks very much there, Joe S22. Thanks for joining the channel. I'm not sure if that sound effect that you heard, that what I heard, came through in the stream, but I was taking a drink at the time and I almost swallowed the can of juice. I was not expecting that. But welcome along to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. That's right, Josie. You have been away there for many years now, I believe. In fact, the whole time I've known you, you've not been there. That's a point. That's been a very long time. Is that 15 years or so I've known you there, Josie? Well, thanks to everyone who has subscribed to me so far. Hopefully you're enjoying this stream. I wasn't actually even implying that this time. That was yesterday's joke. Well, it's been around the 15-year mark that we've known each other now, and yeah, you've not been there the whole time. Well, Josie, I think that it's time that our subscribers and viewers know a little bit more about you. I've only just remembered about a story you told me about when you were in America, where you had an incident with a tractor, I believe. Was it a Massey Ferguson that you misjudged the angle of a hill in? That's a good story. I think you should enlighten everyone in the chat about that a single error of judgment I know about you. Ah, that's no fun. I think you should. I think everyone should know about that one. That's it's relevant to the stream. I was just in. It was a Massey, wasn't it? They do roll down the hills, but the way you said that there implies that it would roll down on its wheels, but I don't believe that's exactly true as to your particular case, is it? We're over halfway through this field now. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought, but still not too bad. You still drive better. I haven't rolled a tractor down a hill yet. There's still time for that. I mean, I can barely drive in a straight line here, but I haven't rolled a tractor sideways. At least not on camera anyway. Now, this should net us out a good bit of money. I think this job's worth over 10,000. But in all seriousness, for everyone who's interested, Farming Simulator gives you the impression that driving tractors is easy and that there's not much consequences. But in reality, as Josie found out the hard way, they're extremely dangerous. If you go up a hill at the wrong angle, you're coming back down it, and not in a pleasant way either. And I think that's something that gets lost in a lot of modern games. There's too much fake physics that go on in modern games. I know that when I was at college, there was a part of the course was learning how to drive tractors, and the college had a McCormick at the time, and one of the girls I was at college with misjudged the characteristics of the tractor and ended up panicking because the tractor didn't stop when she expected it to. She thought she could just turn the key off and it would stop it, but it didn't. She ended up snapping the key and driving the tractor over the top of a crash barrier and through a chain link fence, which was not the best thing to do, but it does highlight the safety concerns that comes with tractors. But let's not take away from the fact that driving a tractor is just awesome, let's be fair. You're slow, but you're bigger than everyone else. It's always fun to drive a tractor down the road next to a field, holding all the traffic up when you're in a vehicle that's specifically designed to drive in the field. But you'd rather drive down the road and annoy everyone. There's just something fulfilling about that feeling. Not far from being finished now, maybe another 2 passes. I have missed quite a bit of this field, but this is not a tractor that's particularly good at cultivating. This is a very good tractor for the likes of spraying and things, but for cultivating, it's a bit touchy on the steering wheel in this game. I'm not sure how they handle it in real life. I'd imagine it'd be quite good in real life. Wouldn't know. If you have just joined the stream, come and jump into the chat, say hello. Watch out for Josie rolling the tractor downhill, but say hello all the same. And if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button too. It would mean a lot, get us a little bit closer to our goal. There's another good chunk of money. This is the most money we've had in a long time, actually. Let's do one more mission. We're getting through them quite quick. What we got here? Oh. You know what? Just because it's a Puma, I'm going to go for that one. I do like the Case Puma. This is a tractor I do want for our farm on this series. I do want one of these. I do like a Case Puma. Case isn't my first choice most of the time for tractor brands, but so something about this tractor. I like the look of it, I like the power it has. It's just very good. Planting canola. This won't take as long as that tiny little field. Put the beacons on, because of course we are. But for those of you who are new to the stream here, this is of course Goldcrest Valley, but with a twist. We've ripped the whole farm out, we're rebuilding it from the ground up. We started with no money and no equipment other than, well, we had our pickup truck, which is now being changed twice. But other than that, that's all we had. We had the ability to drive around in our own vehicle and a camper. We were staying in a camper. And we're building it from the ground up. We currently have 3 fields and 3 sheds, one of which we did have already, but I just made it slightly bigger in a period of time where I had to rebuild the map. But this map has been edited quite heavily. The sheep are at the main farm area, which is not where they were. We had an issue of getting the nav mesh working for them, but we managed to get there in the end. So we now have a sheep pasture on the farm, in the main part of the farm, and I recently just built a big shed for our farm. We're not currently using it yet, but it's there ready for us to move over in that direction. Just now all we're doing is just try to earn a bit of money so that we can afford to get a seeder, and of course we're going to need the seeds to put in it too. And it wouldn't be too terrible to actually start considering about a tractor upgrade, or maybe even another tractor, because the Massey, for as good as it is, tends not to leave the farm. It's just the front loader tractor. It's not really our main tractor, to be honest. I do like that tractor though. And I'm striping this field on purpose. Means I don't have to reverse, I can stripe it. Just take 2 passes over the field. But how is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully you're all having a lovely Saturday night tonight. If you've just joined the stream, feel free to jump into the chat there. Or if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to leave me a comment, even if it is just to say hello. I do read all the comments and I will do my utmost to reply to as many of them as possible. You can also join me on Discord, where I have a server dedicated specifically to this live streaming series, and a general server as well. And you can jump on there and say hello, chat amongst the other subscribers, and me and Josie are on there quite regularly as well. So when we're not live streaming, that is definitely the best place to get hold of either of us. We're just we're over halfway through this field, so that's not too bad. Making some good headway with it. There's the link for the Discord in the chat there. If you have just joined us, say hello to Josie. She is our resident moderator and local expert on all things America as well. case you hadn't noticed, I am in fact not from America, but Josie is, so whenever we need a bit of advice on what machines are relevant for the area and things like that, Josie keeps us in line and maybe shouts at me a couple of times for leaving some crop and my driving, and sometimes both at the same time. But jump in, say hello. Now what we need to do is go back and get some of these other alternating strips that we've missed that are in perfect straight lines. It's also worth mentioning that area over there, part of that will go to the cows. I've had a look at it in Giant's Editor. It's somewhat unfeasible to give them at all. That will, well, for one, be far too big of an area to give them, and two, the amount of work I'm going to have to put in to completely level that terrain is going to take hours to fully prep that area for the cows to move over there, but they will go over there, just not the full area. That's the plan anyway. We also have the pigs to move somewhere as well. I'm not sure about keeping the pigs particularly close to the main farm, but for anyone who is just joining or who hasn't watched any of the previous episodes of this series, this is Goldcrest Valley with a twist. We've completely ripped everything out, we're rebuilding the farm from scratch, and we're building it custom through a combination of in-game placeables and Giant's Editor. And we have to do it all with no money. We're starting with absolutely no money. Well, we started with absolutely no money. I think it was a week and a half ago we started with absolutely no money, and we've built up quite a bit so far. The goal for today is to get a seeder and put a bit of crop in the ground. That's what we're doing. As soon as this field gets finished, we should have enough money at that point to put our first set of crops in the ground. We bought two, well, we didn't buy, we're technically leasing 3 fields. We don't currently own any fields yet, but that will change soon. Field 19 is a field that we are going to buy. But the idea for this is to have a fully successful farm built from the ground up in its entirety, including the farmyard, as well as having large equipment and a good chunk of the fields. That's really the goal for this series. And I can't do it without you guys. It's an interactive series. I need you guys to tell me what machines to buy, what buildings to buy, where to put them, what crops to plant, which is of course the next discussion to have. We have field 12, which is quite a large field. Field 14 I think is the next. Field 12, which is quite a relatively large field. It's our biggest field. We have field 14 and we have field 15. We need to know what crops to put in those fields. I will put whatever crop in there you guys say to put in there. We currently have a kind of a combine, kind of a horrible old bag of spanners that we call the combine, and we do have both a cereal header and a corn header on it, so we can do pretty much most crops apart from the obvious ones. You know, but if you want me to plant poplars in those fields, I will do that. That is something I will most definitely do, and that will take an excessively long amount of time to do, I might add. But if that's what you guys want to see, I will work on doing that. Well, when I say I will work on doing it, I will hire a worker to do it for me. There's another 7 grand in the kitty. We're sitting there just below 60 grand. So let's have a look at the shop. So we need a seeder. Where are the seeders? Sewing machines. We need to do a new hemline. I mean, we need a seeder. So we can even go up to this one. Well, that's a potato seeder. Literally a potato seeder. It plants potatoes. We can't quite afford this one. We're just shy on this one. That does sunflowers, soybeans, corn, and sugar beets. But we also have, I think, well, yeah, that one's only 123. not a bad seeder actually for that kind of money, but we can't afford that. So we've got some in the modern classics. We have this star here. This thing is ridiculously wide, but it's your standard crops. And we have this one here, which does the sunflower crops. 6 meters wide, that's not bad actually. We could go dirt cheap and get this 2 meter wide standard crop seeder. That is a terrible little seeder. I'm not sure this mod actually works for me, to be honest. The MF seeder, it's a 4 meter wide seeder. It's nice and cheap. It's dirt cheap, in fact. We've got the standard seeders with optional fertilization as well. So they're 3 meters a piece. We've got this one here, 6 meters wide, standard crops. That for me is the best choice because it's so cheap and big. But we could also get this. It's a 3 meter seeder and I think it fertilizes as well. Yeah, it fertilizes as well. I think this one does too. This one's a drill seeder, so I won't need to cultivate if I got that one. I think I'll go for this one because it's on a nice little trailer. Main color, you know, let's go for orange and have white wheels. I don't know, why not? Let's have that one. What we're also going to need is we are going to need seeds. They're 1,000 liters each, so we're going to need at least 2 of those. I feel like we should get fertilizer too, because why not? And turn the money cheat on for a second, because I need to buy something for the shop. I think it's in here. Might be wrong. No, it's not in there. Must be in miscellaneous. There it is. This will not come at the farm. This is purely for use down at the shop. Log fork, really? Oh, long forks. I read that wrong. Right, let's turn this money cheat back off. I'm glad you agree there, Josie. But if you have just come along to the stream tonight, feel free to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes. We're sitting on 7 so far. Let's see if we can get 3 more tonight. And if you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button. That would be absolutely amazing. So I do need this, and I'm also going to need a tractor, I guess. So I guess we'll take the T-dub. We'll get the truck to follow us. Yeah, let's do a bit of in-cab driving. It's not very often we do this in the T-dub. Hello there, Annie. How are you tonight? I think that was I think that chat comment there was directed at you there, Josie. Yeah, with this new steering mod, it's much better, much more stable. If you have just come along to the stream, jump into the chat, say hello, let me know how you're doing tonight, and hit that like button if you're enjoying this stream, and if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That would be absolutely amazing. See if we can get a little bit closer to our goal. Also, this is an interactive stream, so I need to know what kind of crops we need to put in our 3 fields. So we have field 12, field 15 and field 14. And I have a standard seeder that has the basic wheat, barley, corn, canola, grass, all those kind of things. So let me know what crops to put in the field. That decision is entirely up to you guys. I'm just on my way to pick up our seeder just now. If you look in the center rear view mirror there, you will see our pickup truck is following us with the trailer on the back, 5th wheel trailer on the back, because we bought ourselves some seed as well. There's also a forklift waiting for us down at the shop, but it is to stay at the shop. I'm glad you're okay there, Annie. How's your weekend going so far? No, we're almost up at the shop now. If I really wanted to, I could have used the Manitou that I've got on display to load pallets, but that would be hindsight, and, you know, I actually forgot that was there. Wow, that cedar looks just... It's actually not that bad. It's just a bit strange to look at the first time. That sounds like a fun evening there for you, Annie. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Glad you've come along to the stream tonight. Let's see here, let's jump back in the T-dub. Oh, game's giving me a little bit of lag here for a second. I wonder what that's all about. Probably too much going on here. So open the covers on the seeder here. I'm not sure if this takes fertilizer too. I'm hoping it does. Let's jump out of that. Jump into the little forklift. That is some sensitive hydraulics on this forklift. Let's see, which one's seed again? I think it's the green one. Pretty sure it's the green one. Let's go ahead and load this into our seeder. Let's have a look here. That's 50%, so we might not have needed the truck after all. The computer is mostly okay. Thanks for asking there, Annie. For those of you who have just joined the stream and aren't aware, I had some pretty serious technical issues yesterday where my liquid coolant decided it would rather be all over the computer and decided to try and drown my graphics card in the middle of a stream of all times. But it all seems to be sorted now. Everything's that's going in the seeder. Promise. I'm not sure if I can actually put fertilizer in the seeder or not. I've got fertilizer anyway. If we can't, it will just go down to the farm with us. Gonna need to get that on there properly though. easy way to do this. It's let's get this picked up. Let's try and put it in the cedar first. If it doesn't work, we'll move the cedar out of the way and we'll put it on our... oh dear. We'll put it on our oh, looks like the cedar can't take it. Fair enough. We'll move the cedar out of the way, we'll stick it onto our flatbed trailer. We'll take it down to the farm. If you have just joined the stream tonight, feel free to jump onto the chat, say hello to our resident moderator tonight, Josie. Josie works extremely hard moderating the chat for me. Makes things an awful lot easier for me, means I can focus on the game rather than constantly jumping out of the game to moderate things. Which provides an invaluable service. I'm not going to bother to stack these up neatly, there's only two things going on the trailer, so that'll do. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put the forklift inside the building out of the way, because it will maybe fit. Yeah, it just fits through here. Not much will, but this does. So it can live in the building. I will just strap up these pallets as well. Okay, now they're not strapped very well, but they're strapped enough. I will set the truck back on and follow me. We'll jump into T-Dub. Yeah, that's right, Josie. A lot of these streams are kind of tweaked a little bit for the settings. Still trying to find that sweet spot where the settings work perfectly. So if you're having any issues with your stream tonight, it would be very helpful to let me know so that I can figure out what's causing it and try and make sure it doesn't happen in the future. Well, I think what we'll do is, let's see, we've got 3 fields, but I think because Josie offers such an invaluable service to the channel, I think we should give Josie the option of what we plant in field 12, which is our large field. We have the option of wheat, barley, canola, soybeans, well, I can't even remember what that one is, or grass. I think it's oil seed rape, possibly. I'll check. I can't remember what they all are. I was looking at the icons and I can't remember. Wheat, barley, canola, soybeans. What was the other crops? That's not all the crops. This will tell me. Right. Oilseed radish, that's a cover crop. We don't really... Could do barley, that's definitely a choice for... What is Q? Alright, it's my driver. Oilseed radish, that's a cover crop for everyone who's wondering. If you plant oilseed radish, you don't harvest it. You cultivate over it and it It works like a fertilizer to your field for the next season. Very handy if you've just planted potatoes in that field and want to give a bit of nourishment back to the crop, back to the ground for your next crop. But yeah, I could most definitely put barley in field 12 if that is your choice there, Josie. Let's see, I can't see past my exhaust to see if there's any cars coming. There is a new mod that I'm looking at getting that will be quite interesting for this map. Figured I'd say it just now as I'm crossing the railroad. It is called Loco D Drive, and what it does is the two trains that are on this map, it will automate them so that they are constantly driven. Rather than them sitting there waiting for me to drive them, they will drive around the map anyway. They will continuously do the loop. And with that, it means that coming across the railway track means I will have to stop for trains. I think that would be quite an interesting thing to have happen. Let's see here, let's jump in the truck, take it off of follow me. For now, I am going to just put the truck here. I'm going to leave the pallets on the back. That is a wall. Now we're going to get this this sprayer connected up to the Massey. We're going to take it over to field 12 and hire a worker to spray the field for me. Hopefully they do it reasonably competently. Here's our nice new shed. We may make use of that today. It's a good place to store the likes of a combine. I also thought it'd be nice to put bales and things in it too. There we go. Hired worker going on that. So that hired worker. That means that we can go back over the T-dub. I believe that this is actually on a trailer and doesn't fold up, which is kind of cool. I just see wheels front and back, which is very handy. Let's just drop that off there. Let's go ahead and hook up to it. Or maybe it does fold up. Let's have a look here. Unfolding this tool is possible only from the outside. I want to open the cover. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that just ridiculously fancy right there? That's not how I expected it to work, but there you go. Never used this before. I think maybe I have the other side to do as well. Maybe not. That's unusual. Ah, there we go. So, barley was our seed of choice. That was the wrong one. There's barley selected. It's very weird looking cedar, this one. Make sure we're lined up nicely, forget the edge of the field here. By driving halfway along it. You know what? Let's just take another run at that. That was terrible. Let's pretend that never happened. There we go. Everything's working just peachy now. First time using this mod, so a little bit off there, but got there in the end. It's all working quite nicely now, actually. This is a field I usually plant for grass, to be honest, because then it gives me a great big grass paddock, but I don't really need that. There's plenty of grassy meadows around this map. If you have just come along to this stream, feel free to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Lets me know that you do like the stream. And if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And pop into the chat, make your voice heard. This is an interactive series, so encouragement is given for you to participate in the chat. Now let's get this onto a worker. Because they'll do a better job of me. Let's stay at the line I did. Where's the mass? The mass is all the way down there. Well, that's our new seeder on the go, so everything's looking quite good. This sprayer is hired, and I don't have any more liquid fertilizer either. So it's worth pointing that out, that if I want to keep this going, so I got 23% left. Then we are going to have to look at getting a either another liquid Bowser or something. If you have just joined the stream, you may recognise this map as Goldcrest Valley, but this area right here that I'm currently in is the area that the farm used to be on. I've gone and ripped all of that out. You can tell by the minimap that this is where the farm was. I've gone and ripped all that out, made like, a lot of changes. We put our sheep over here too, of which we have many now. We have 40 sheep currently. So things are going well for us with the sheep, and because we have no house, we are living in this camper that never moves or has really any effort given to it whatsoever. Even though it is fully working, it does function. It is drivable. It's not been placed here with giant set it or anything. I can't jump in it just now and take it for a spin. I just have nowhere to go in it for a start. Let's drop that one off there. Park that Massey back up as well. I think we should buy another tractor, don't you guys? Now we've got $40,000. Surely we can get a half decent tractor for that. Let's have a nosy. Now, I also happen to know that in miscellaneous there's a tractor normally at the end here. Yeah, we've got this Renault 90. It's only 90 horsepower. But yeah, it's affordable. Never used it. Actually, that's not true. I have used it once. The mod doesn't work very well. It rolls backwards when you're not in it. So let's have a look. $40,000 tractors. Shouldn't be too difficult to find one of those. I say. Well, there's an AgroStar 6.38 here that we can afford. 130 horsepower. Not a bad tractor. Or for even less, there's the AgroStar 471. Not quite as powerful, but still a very good tractor. There's a lot of the AgroStars actually. Here's one for 100 horsepower for 25 grand. That's not a bad tractor at all. And I think this one's yeah, this one's even bigger and the same price. That seems like a good deal. What else do we have here? There's these. I mean, we could really go to this one, but not really sure. 37,000 we could get the Schulter 1500 TVL. Josie likes the 631. I like the 631 as well. A couple of crawler tractors, but we definitely don't need another one of those. There's this Fiat 400 500 series. The Fiat Gary. Let's see, we've got some internationals here. Most powerful, which is 80 horsepower. I don't think there's many John Deeres that are available at that price. Of course, there's you know, the Lamborghinis. Can't afford them, but you know, they're there. Not as powerful as you'd expect them to be, but they're there. All the Masseys. How much is that John Deere? Way more than we can afford. Here's some more Masseys as well. Not sure if we can even afford a New Holland at this point yet. Doesn't look like it. There's this tiny little Universal, 45 horsepower. I have driven a tractor, Annie, a long time ago now, but I have done it. We've got the Ursus 1222, 117 horsepower. That's not bad. It's at the very top end of what we can really afford to pay. Or there's the 912, lower on power. Oops, a bit lower on power, but still not a bad tractor. There's the Valtras, but I mean, these things are, you know, you wouldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. There's a Zetter, I believe. A slightly bigger Zetter. Power's the same though. Don't know why I'd pay an extra 10,000 for 4-wheel drive. There's this thing. This thing looks kind of beefy. It's not, but it looks it. Lots of old setters, including these crawler tracked ones. Loads and loads and loads of these. This is a tractor I'd like to save up and get. It's high power and it's cheap. The Fendt 800 Favorite. Very, very nice tractor. Quite a big tractor at that as well. Well, we can afford a New Holland. We can get the 1X090 if we really wanted to. Oh, what do we all think? We've had one vote for the Doots 631. Anyone else want to weigh in with any other of those tractors that I mentioned there? If not, I will get the 631. It's definitely a good tractor. One's way back down here somewhere. Miles away. Here is the 631. It's quite a big tractor, 120 horsepower. Yeah, there's quite a lot of tractors available at this point. Like I said, I think the next tractor we're going to save up for is the 75,000 for the Fendt 800 Favorite. It's one of my personal favourite tractors. That is a bit older. Most of my mods are available from the in-game mod hub, apart from a select few, which, to be honest, at this point I wouldn't be able to list off which ones. Some are available through Mod Hoster or FS UK. You can browse those at your leisure. Both Mod Hoster and FS UK tend to have pretty much everything that is on the mod hub as well. We'll turn that off, otherwise we'll be wasting loads of fuel. How's our hired worker getting on? Looks like they're getting there, but halfway through the field. But if you are interested in any mod in particular, head over to my Discord and put at Ghosted Wolf Gaming at the start of your message, or somewhere in your message. Doesn't really matter where you put it. If you put it somewhere in your message, I will get it, and I will respond to your query about mods. So here's the new tractor with its Dutch number plate. It's looking a bit tattered, a bit used. Some of the stickers peeling off the sides. Bit of rust on there too. Quite a bit of rust down there. Everything at the back looks like it's all in good shape though. How's it looking inside? Not too bad. Seat's not torn, that's the main thing. It is looking a bit aged though. You can even open up the windscreen if we really wanted to. What else can we do here? You can open the back window. That's always a good thing to have. Can't open the side windows though. This is our new big tractor for the farm. Takes that a little second to kick in. Nice big white tyres on it too, actually. Unfortunately, no beacons though. Did I get the wrong tractor? What tractor did I get? Where's my tractor? This is the tractors I bought from the shop. 631. It's like 4K. There's a 631. There's one for 24K. It's exactly the same. Okay, that's a shame. Let's see if we can give ourselves the money back. Go ahead and sell that. But money cheat on. We'll buy the other one. The other one had 100. Don't know what any of that says. You know what? We'll go for that one. Don't know what it says. Right, so we need to lose about 10,000 here. What can we spend 10 grand on temporarily? I think there's a trailer for about... Is it not that one? Let's have a look at that. Let's find the dudes. We're in here somewhere. Dudes for R. There's a 6-3 one. This is the one I bought the first time for 38,000. That's the one I got this time. That's the only 6-3 ones that. That's the only 6-3 ones I have. There's a 6-6 one, that's way out of our price range. There was a 638 for 35k. Slightly more power in that one actually, that would have been maybe a good one to get. 471, 33k with less power. This is the one we bought the first time. Couldn't afford that one. It was the 471, but that's a smaller tractor. 638. We could get that one, I suppose. I do apologise about the Windows ding. What I'll do is I'll turn the money cheat on. I will sell this, so we don't benefit from the money from it. And buy the 638. Now, we should only have 10k left after doing that, so I need to spend 30k. This is how you edit money in game, in case anyone's wondering. You need to find something for as close to 30k as we can. Trailers are always a good place to look. There's one for 28k, maybe get that one. In fact, we'll get that one. And that one. That's not right actually, is it? I'll find one of them again. I'll sell that one. Only got 11k now. I want to cheat back on and sell the other one. We don't benefit from having the money for it. And then turn the money cheat back off and we'll back to the same money. A lot of this dancing about with money here. The T-dub is almost finished. So here is our Dukes Frar. Kind of weirder looking drop nose one. 6-3 in fact. Can open and close the doors from the outside. It was a mile an hour faster as well. Extra horsepower. Similar horsepower to what the T-dub has. It's kind of a similar size to it, but this gives us 3 tractors now. One that will probably just be used for potting about the farm. That'll be the massive. We'll just use that for bales and things like that. The Ford TW, that'll be one of our main tractors, and this will be the other. This one we'll probably use more because it's quicker, so it's better for carting. In fact, while I'm at the shop, I do need to buy a conveyor belt. You know, let's just keep it in red because the other ones you can't change colour on. No. Let's just keep it in its standard colour. Instead of paying that extra £100 to paint it from one shade of red to the other. If you have just joined the stream, consider hitting that like button. Let's see if we can get ourselves all the way up to 10 likes tonight. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can get a little bit closer to our sub goal for tonight. That would be absolutely amazing. Let's take a shortcut. Let's go off-roading in our new Dukes. We'll hitch up to our little conveyor belt. We'll need this for picking the crop up off the ground. As for silos, by the way, I got a silo mod that I want to show everyone. It's around here somewhere, I think. Somewhere. Here it is. It's $185,000, so we do need to save up to get that, but that will store all our grain to the tune of 800,000 litres, and it has the kind of American feel to it as well, so I definitely think that's worth having. So a nice little hedge around it too. Looks very nice. There's also this various one as well that will store grass and hay and potatoes and apparently bales too, wood chips, pig feed and fertiliser and all sorts. But this is the one we're really looking at. Not particularly the fact it's orange, but you know, it'll do. It's the most American style one I could find. And I think it'll fit in quite nicely to our farm. You can head over to my Discord. The link for my Discord is in the chat just now. It's also in the description for this stream, and it will be in the description for the archive version of this stream too if you're watching this after it was live. You can head over to my Discord to get updates about what's happening with the stream, as well as behind the scenes screenshots, and have a general chat, say hello. I spend quite a lot of time on there, so that is the best place that you can actually have a one-on-one chat with me. Josie's there too, so you can pop in and say hello to Josie. It's generally just a fun place to be. I will be putting up some behind the scenes screenshots from Giant's editor over the course of tomorrow to show you some bits and pieces that I'm doing to this map, which obviously involve Giant's editor. So that's the best place to get the behind the scenes type thing. Or even if you just want to have a chat and you're not much interested in the behind the scenes stuff and just want to watch the live stuff, that's fine too. The link for that is in the chat just now, and it's also in the description like I mentioned. I'll also put updates there as to when I'm going live. Currently this is my only live stream series, but going in the future there will be more. I will be live streaming other games. It's also where you can offer your opinion on what we should do in what field and things like that. I'm not sure if this conveyor belt's actually tall enough for that massive trailer. Hopefully it is. It's not actually. Don't think it is. You can actually drive these conveyor belts, which I find very weird. What I need to do is pick up all of this corn from in here. Hopefully this actually reaches in to the massey, our little trailer we've got. Because, well, frankly, I can't afford another trailer. Or another conveyor belt for that matter. Doesn't look like it's going to. We'll just double check and make sure, but I don't think it will. If not, we will just have to wait and get the bigger conveyor belt that goes along with it. No, it does not. That is a shame. That is definitely a shame. Not to worry though. We'll just wait until we get a bit more money. We'll get the other conveyor belt and we'll get that crop moved. Let's just go ahead and put the doots away just now. Over there. Nice little Ford. We've only got a couple minutes left on this stream, but what I'd like to do is see about getting another field seeded. Let's see if we can get field 15 seeded. What should we plant in field 15? Let me know in the chat and we'll get that planted. Do we do another field of barley? Do we do a field of corn? What should we do here? I think let's see, we can do grass, wheat, barley, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, which I don't really want to do. What do you think we should do? Kind of tempted to do soybeans actually. I've not done soybeans before. There we go. Let's do soybeans. I'm not sure we're going to have enough seed to do field 14 as well, but we'll see. See how we get on. That's right, Josie. Great minds do think alike. Let's get some. Actually, I'm not controlling this tractor. Someone else is driving this tractor. Hired workers in that tractor, so. A little bump in the road here. I've left the engine on the conveyor belt. That's no good. In fact, you know what may help? That might make all the difference here. If I just came off that hill a little bit, maybe that'll be enough. Let me double check. That's the wrong tractor. Let's get out of that tractor. And to think, just before this stream I tidied all this equipment away and made the farm look all pretty. And then went and dumped things all over the place. Let's see if that little bit of hill that we were on with the conveyor belt is what was stopping us. Hopefully it was. That would be really good if it was. Not sure. No, it does. I don't think it's. I think it's still too low. Yeah, it's still too low. That is a shame. I mean, I could go and lease another trailer, but that just seems wasteful. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. If you're wondering where the combine is, it's in that shed over there. Inside. The headers are over here. Got our little dolly there as well. That's for moving things with a 3-point linkage with the pickup truck. In fact, while that field's being seeded, we've got a little bit of time. Let's go and take the truck over to the new barn. If I start it, that's always a good thing to do. But if you have just joined this stream, feel free to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes tonight. That would be absolutely amazing. And consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It's also a whole list of links that you can go and have a look at as well. Let's take these straps off of here. I'm just going to carry these in. I was going to come over with the Massey and do this, but I'll just carry them in. I wonder if I can get both of them in that little gap there. That'd be kind of nice. It's only fertilizer, Josie. It's not that heavy. Don't let the pallet fool you. To be honest, I probably should have just got the big bags instead. I prefer the big bags. Come on, play nice. Yeah, it's tidy enough. Let's close this door. Open up the big one. Just like so. This trailer here, it's kind of a pain in the backside to reverse. I think we'll just put it next to the door over here. We'll leave that there. What has he done there? With that big patch in the field. Let's get our dolly on. This is what we got this for. See, it is just a dolly. Converts a single toolbar into a 3-point linkage. Very handy for shifting things about the farm. Like that. Had a bit of a moment there. Guess you can't turn that tight with it. That's fair enough, I guess. Now the truck does struggle to pull this, which is understandable. Not really designed to pull something like this. And the dolly. I'm gonna leave there. Came up there way too fast. There is the animal trailer with all the lights going down the side. Looks very snazzy if I do say so myself. We're going to get this put in the shed. That's not how to do it. That's not what I had in mind. Like it, like way over in the corner back there. Out of the way for now. That'll do for that. Just want to get some of this That was loose equipment put away. Oops. The Ford is cracking on with that quite nicely. It's almost done. We'll have to go in and finish that little bit off. I've got the joy of trying to reverse this. Always my favourite thing to do. You know, on second thought, this can just stay outside. It can stay right over here. To be honest, that's roughly where it would be kept anyway. There'd be another shed going there. Or I could just crash into it. It's always a thing. The farm is growing quite nicely. It's slow, but it's steady. We're starting to see some real progress. We've got fields in the go. We'll be buying field 19 in the next few streams, I think. Can't believe I crashed into it. After going all that effort, I just go and crash into it. We'll get the cultivator put away at least. It's the newest bit of equipment, well, one of the newer bits of equipment on the farm. That truck put some deep grooves into the ground. Going through the concrete, that's actually kind of impressive. Straighten that up a little bit. Not left myself an awful lot of room there. That'll be fine there. Oh yeah, that trailer. That trailer sucks. That is definitely going to get replaced anyway. I'm not a fan of this trailer, if I'm being honest. Let's go ahead and close up this doors. If you have just joined this stream, we are just unfortunately moments away from finishing, but you can watch the rest of this stream as an archive if you choose to do so. It will be made available for you tonight. This is a streaming series that is normally on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. It's just we had an issue yesterday, so I've been streaming tonight instead. So we're just going to be finishing up field 15 over there. Once the worker has finished, I'm just going to fix this trailer. Gotta turn it around. It should be facing the other way anyway. Leave it there. I know it's not straight, but it'll do there. Put the doots away. The farm's tidied up a good bit. It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was. We are going to have to return that sprayer at some point, buy our own. Doots is our newest tractor. Very nice little tractor we've got going on here. Let's get in the Ford. 46% seed left, that's suspicious. Let's get this bit of the field that the hired worker missed. Pass over that, missed a bit myself. There we go. Now, how do we... Let's turn it around. Turns it back into a trailer, which I think is absolutely awesome. There, is that Playstun WTF? How are you doing tonight? I do apologise if I mispronounced your name there. Kind of difficult to see on the other screen I'm looking at. How are you doing tonight? Unfortunately, you have joined us in the last few minutes of the stream. Hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing anyway. Thanks a lot for coming out tonight. How's your weekend going? Just so everyone's aware, as you see, this thing does work. It is drivable, but it has the lights do weird things there. Even has a tow bar on the back. And the inside camera is not an inside camera at all, it's a rear view camera. Yeah, I've never moved this on camera before, so there you go. It does work. Took me ages to actually position this in the right place in the first place, so let's hope I can get it sort of right again. That's not where I had it. That's worse. That'll do. There we go. Everyone's seen that move too. That is not available on the in-game mod hub, in case anyone's wondering. That is available from LS UK and Mod Hoster. If anyone's interested in getting that, it's called the Commander Camper. It does have a couple of issues. It's not a 100% perfect working mod, but it has the right kind of look for an American map like this for our house. But I'm going to leave the stream here for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who came out and played a part in tonight's stream. It's been great having you all along. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it, and this stream will be returning on Monday at 9 PM UK time, so I look forward to seeing everyone there again. In the meantime, if anyone's interested, you can head over to my Discord and you will be kept up to date with behind the scenes screenshots and chat on Discord there about some additions I'm going to make to this map in Giant Cider. So I look forward to getting some feedback off of everyone for that, and hope everyone enjoys the rest of the weekend. But thanks everyone for coming out tonight, and I will see you all again on Monday. Bye for now.